Yo, what's up, YouTube? I was just on Generation X, listening to your boy SWP. He made a new video about black men need to defend themselves. And I feel like that's a touchy subject because you cannot tell a black man to defend himself because, against a black woman, of course, because what do you do if a woman gets belligerent? And he was saying about how men that grew up in their household, which is a very few, would know how to check a woman. And I'm like, all right, so how do you check a woman? The only person I've seen check women were like my uncles, and they beat women. So if you're not gonna hit a female, I don't see how you check a female. Like, I just don't understand it. That's why me personally, I'd rather go with a girl that's just not belligerent, because I definitely don't know how to check a female, and I'm not gonna hit them. So I feel like a lot of girls abuse that power, and get up in your face and want to act tough, like they want to fight you for some reason. And if you're not gonna hit them, then it's just like you just put in a situation to make you look pussy, and like they definitely come at your manhood. So I want to know. I want to get SWP's advice on how to check a woman, because I'm definitely one of those guys who don't know how to check a woman. Like, even in my past relationship, like I really had a girl that was in my room that was getting on my nerves, and I said, "Get out my get out my room." This was a good while ago, and she was like, "No," and I was like, "Nah, get out my room. I don't feel like talking to you." And she was like, "Your mom is not home. What are you gonna do?" And I'm like, "What am I gonna do? Like, why would you put me in that situation? Like, you're like 5'2", small. Like, why would you tell me my mom is not home? What am I gonna do?" And then if I had hit her, like, I could never be in the right for hitting her, even though she came at me like that, and she really didn't leave my room. Like, I really had to go downstairs and get my female cousins. So I still was in that. So I can't even say I successfully checked the female, because I just never did it. I can't even check my little sister, and she's like 10 years younger than me. I couldn't check her ever since I was like 4 years. When she was 4 years old, I couldn't check her. She was disrespecting me since she was 4, and I was like 14. Like, I was literally the only person in my whole household that couldn't tell my sister nothing. Like, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? I grew up in a house with like 10 females. Like I told you, I was like the only male, and they were all like gang up on me type shit sometimes, and it's just the way of the world. That's the hand I was dealt. I mean, of course, I got out of that situation, but it did affect me, and I have seen a lot of my female cousins definitely like got hit by men, and got drinks poured in their face and shit. And I'm honestly gonna not gonna lie that it's something inside gets happy sometimes when that shit happens, because I'd be like, I wanted to hit one of them so long, because like they definitely always want to come and try to fight me for some reason, and I'm like, I'm real quiet, because I know if I'm not gonna hit you, then I'm not gonna argue with you, because like, what am I supposed to do when once you it gets past that point to where you wanna get up in my face and act like you wanna fight me, because they love to do that shit. So I just think I want to hear Pink Elephant. I mean, not Pink Elephant. I want to hear SWP advice, or even Pink Elephant if he knows how to check a girl. Because I need to know, how do you check one of those ghetto broads or whatever, because I have a couple cousins that say, like, they tell them, like, I'll slap the shit out you if you get out of line type shit. And I have some cousins that do slap the shit out of females. But now, if you have a guy like me who's like, nah, I'm not gonna hit a female because that's how I was raised or whatever, and then all I get is migraines, because they coming at me, and I can't unleash my anger. I just have to hold that shit in, and I I hope one day I don't, like, wind up releasing my anger, because it's gonna be a lot of anger stored up. It just is what it is. But I feel like I have enough, like, whatever you call that. But it's hard, man. It's very hard, and I think that would definitely help me out if I knew how to check a woman, like if she acts like a certain way. And that's one of the main reasons why I be feeling like I'm gonna leave like females, because I don't want to be in that position, where a relationship could get out of hand to where I feel like I have to put my hands on a female, because I I I can't see myself doing that as of right now. You know what I mean? And I don't want my mindset to change, so I'd rather just not get into those situations or whatever. But that's my whole take on SWP's new video, Black Men Need to Defend Themselves. And another thing, you keep getting on manginas. Like, all right, let's say you say a mangina is a mangina because he was raised by a single black mom, which are a lot of black men. So if you grew up in a two-parent household, you need to come up with some conclusions on how to switch from a mangina to, like, I guess, a real man or whatever. Like, because a lot of men out here have mangina qualities. Like, because I definitely have a couple mangina qualities, but I know, like, it might be bad, but I'm trying to change it. It just is what it is. Not everybody's perfect or whatever. I mean, actually, nobody's perfect, but some people just need more help than others. So you definitely need to make a video addressing manginas and telling them, like, oh, this is how I feel. You should take that route, or you should deal with this situation, or you shouldn't get yourself into that situation. Because, like, a couple years ago, I felt like I wanted to get myself into a situation with a female that had twins, and now that I know all the stuff that I'm getting myself into, I'm I won't I probably won't get into that same relationship, but because now I know. But if I don't know what I'm doing wrong, then how can I correct it? You know what I mean? So that's my whole take on that whole situation, yo. This is Pink Elephant Disciple. I hope I'm getting better at these videos. Alright, I'm out. One.